The Allies of Humanity, Book 4, received by Marshall Vion Summers. 12-point summary. 1. Humanity's destiny is to emerge into and to engage with a greater community of intelligent life in the universe. 2. Contact with other forms of intelligent life represents the greatest threshold that humanity has ever faced. The results of this contact will determine humanity's future for generations to come. This contact is happening now. 3. Humanity is unprepared for contact. Researchers are still unable to clearly see who is visiting our world and why. Governments are not revealing what they know, and most people are still in denial that this phenomenon is even occurring. 4. Because of this lack of preparation, humanity's true allies sent representatives to a location near Earth to observe the extraterrestrial presence and activities within our world. The Allies of Humanity Briefings represent their report. 5. The briefings reveal that our world is undergoing an extraterrestrial intervention by forces who, as demonstrated by their actions, are here to subvert human authority and to integrate into human societies for their own advantage. These forces represent non-military organizations who are here to seek human and biological resources. The Allies refer to these forces as the collectives. The collectives do not value human freedom. 6. Because the intervention is being carried out by small groups of intervening forces, it must rely primarily upon deception and persuasion to achieve its goals. The Allies briefings describe in detail how this is being accomplished and what we must do to stop it. 7. This extraterrestrial intervention is being focused in 4 arenas. It is influencing certain individuals in positions of power and authority in government, commerce, and religion to cooperate with the intervention through the promise of greater wealth, power, and technology. It is creating hidden establishments in the world from which the intervention can exert its influence in the mental environment, seeking to make people everywhere open and compliant to its will through a pacification program. It is manipulating our religious values and spiritual impulses in order to gain human allegiance to their cause. It is taking people against their will, and often without their awareness, to support an interbreeding program designed to create a hybrid race and a new leadership who would be bonded to the visitors. 8. Those extraterrestrial visitors who have been potentially beneficial to humanity have all retreated from the world in the face of the intervention. Those remaining are alien races who are not here for our benefit. This leaves us in an unambiguous situation regarding the intentions and activities of the extraterrestrial presence. This enables us to clearly see what we are dealing with. Otherwise, it would be impossible for us to tell friend from foe. 9. The Allies' briefings emphasize the grave danger in our accepting and becoming reliant upon ET technology offered by the intervention. This will only lead to our becoming dependent on the visitors, resulting in our loss of freedom and self-sufficiency. No true ally of humanity would offer this to us. The Allies emphasize that we have Earth-based solutions to all the problems that we face. What we lack as a race are unity, will, and cooperation. 10. In spite of the great challenge we now face, humanity still has a great advantage if we can respond in time. The Allies' briefings reveal both the intervention's strengths and its weaknesses. One of the intervention's weaknesses is its reliance upon human acquiescence and cooperation to achieve its goals. According to greater community rules of conduct within the region of space in which our world exists, intervention is not allowed unless it can be demonstrated that the native people welcome and approve of it. Here our voices can have power in the greater community. At this moment, the intervention has few critics. But if enough people can become aware of it and speak out against it, the intervention will be thwarted and must withdraw. This is the first step in humanity's preparation for dealing with the realities of life in the universe. This step and all the steps that follow give humanity its one great chance to overcome its long-standing conflicts and to unite in its own defense for the preservation of the world. The Allies emphasize that we, as human beings, have the spiritual and collective power to do this, and that we must do this if we want to survive and advance as a free and independent race in the universe. 11. Preparation for our contact with the greater community begins with awareness, education, and knowledge, our spiritual mind. 12. In facing the greater community, humanity must build unity, self-sufficiency, and discretion. These are the three requirements that all free nations must establish to be free in the universe.